What is up, guys and gals? It's me, Thomas Fan01 here, and today we're back again with another Transformer review. And this review is gonna be an interesting one, I have to say, because this figure, well, I'm pretty sure you already know the title of the video, and you already know the figure I'm talking about. Transformers Studio Series 86 Hot Rod. Voyager Hot Rod, to be specific. Only the problem is this is not Voyager size. Not even modern Voyager size. I'll pull him in as a comparison in a minute. So yeah. And we can't really talk about the figure quite yet. We gotta talk about the box. Yes, my friends, the box. Inside the box you get an insert. And inside said insert is always a backdrop. Hooray for backdrops! It's the insides of Unicron. Hooray! Yeah, don't care for it. Just don't care. That'll bring the figure back in for one last thing. So before we talk about anything else with this figure, it comes with an array. Dare I say, a catalog. Let me zoom this in here so we can get this shot going on here of accessories. Why? Okay, I can understand maybe one of these. I can maybe understand that. I can even also understand this. I can understand this entirely. These? Little ridiculous, but okay, I can see it. An extra gun, a matrix, which cannot be hidden in vehicle mode. Oh, none of this can fit in vehicle mode, by the way. And another gun, and an effects part for the matrix. Wonderful. This is why Hasbro is diminishing the sizes of their Transformers, and they're just telling us, oh no, it's Voyager size, it's Voyager size. But when it's really deluxe size and comes with all these accessories, if they had released, like, hell, okay, I will take away the blast effects parts, the matrix, but I'll leave the rest of this. If it came with just these accessories and it was slightly bigger, I could understand it. I could understand this much. That I can't. If they had released this in a Hasbro Pulse thing, they would have made way more money than this. The way I see it is you just pretty much gave everybody a reason not to go spend another, like, what was it? Now they're coming out with the Kingdom Rodimus Prime, right? If you're going to make everybody spend the price for a Voyager that's something like this, and not just make it Rodimus Prime, what the heck is your problem? I understand it's money, I really do. Only problem is if you're diminishing the size of your Voyagers and upping the amount of accessories, that's when it bothers me. Just a little bit. The figure itself is great. Like, I have to say, this is a really, really cool looking representation. Like, accessories aside, I really like this. I really like the design. I think it's great that it's a single Hot Rod Transformer. The only problem that I see, though, is that this is deluxe size. It is not Voyager size. Heck, this thing is deluxe size by even Studio Series standards. Or almost Studio Series standards. Almost. But he is literally the size of a more modern deluxe, and I will show you guys a more modern Voyager when we get to it. When we get into the transformation here. So, and like with most people, without further ado, let's go through the accessories first. So, let's just pull some of this off the side here. And let's start with the matrix. Okay? Back end is hollow. Why I'm not sure? I could not tell you. I could not tell you why it's so small. Or not why it's so small, why it has a hole. I can't explain to you why it has that. This I can totally see. This is what he uses to cut the octopus or whatever the heck it was, his arm off of Cup. And if you have that Studio Series Cup, you can deform him. And there is something cool that you can do with Hot Rod here later in robot mode. But this attaches, yes. Or not in vehicle mode, though. None of this attaches in vehicle mode. That's the other thing I don't like about this figure, is the fact that none of this stuff here attaches in vehicle mode at all. Like, I mean, there's not even a peg in sight that I can fit this into or clip this on, or heck, even these. Like, I mean, even with these, the only thing you might get some storage out of is actually none. You can't fit this on the vehicle at all. Like, none of this fits. None of it fits on the vehicle. But anyhow, let's get on to the transformation. All of this stuff goes away. It's a Matrix, it's 2 guns, it's blast effects parts. You guys have been through Siege, you've been through Earthrise, and now you're going through Kingdom. And so I'm pretty sure the effects parts you guys already know about. So, pull my workstation closer a little bit here. Alright, so to start things off, it's pretty interesting. You're going to kind of want to come up to the top, and this clips in, so push down on the tip right here, and it just opens up. So you're going to open that up. You want to take these headlight pieces. You're going to flip them in, like so. And then you're going to then kind of come to the back and go right here, like that. And you're going to kind of try and split this as best you can, without trying to hurt anything. Like, I mean, just kind of untab everything just a little bit, get it all loosened up a little bit inside there. There we go. Then once you get all of this untabbed, then you can kind of pull this forward just a bit. It's on a single hinge here, and it's on another hinge here. You're just going to want to leave that sitting up for now. The legs, we're going to start with the legs because this is the freaking hardest part of this figure. I feel like they took a cross between this guy's mold here, like a cross between some of this and a cross between Titan's Return Blur and now Studio Series Blur. But get Dino out of the way, he's not the star of this one. But yeah, it's just a little odd to get the legs out. You're going to kind of want to come to the bottom here, and the legs do tab into the bottom here. Right there's a little tab right there. It goes into this, goes into that little slot back there. It's very hard to see. But then you're going to want to kind of finagle it to the side. Open this whole thing all the way up. You're going to want to pretty much just take this whole thing here, lift it up, bring it out to the side, and just, it's really difficult, just a little bit there. Bring it out to the side, fold it down, flip out the foot. And I did like this engineering. I did like this. You fold the back wheel into that, and then this whole thing, oh, you're going to push it all the way through. Got to wait for that click. And then push it in, and that fills out his calf. I thought that was really cool. Next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to do the same thing on the other side. Open it up, kind of finagle it all. Once you have one leg done, it's easier to do the other one because you got more space to work with. Fold this whole thing in like so, and then push it all in. That fills out his calf. Make sure everything lines up perfectly. And we're almost done. Not really. Maybe. We'll see. Next, you're going to want to take this front section here, or this top section here. Let's start with the top section. Pull it back. Then you're going to want to take what are going to be the arms and rotate them all the way up like this. Doing the same thing like so. And then you're going to pretty much rotate this whole thing. Oh, and you're going to want to make sure it's hinged inward just slightly so that you can make some clearance for these because they are very, very hard. But you're going to want to rotate that. Flip out his head. And his head does have a cool feature, but then you're going to want to close this back up. Just kind of make sure everything all folds together nicely. And then you're going to want to collapse this whole thing if things are tabbed incorrectly. They're not. That's why. There we go. Make sure this whole thing here is like that. Push it down, which gives that whole chest a little bit more clearance. And push that all in to secure it. Now we're going to rotate the waist to kind of complete this figure, and we're on the home stretch. Then you're going to want to rotate the wing. Let's move the arm out of the way here. You're going to rotate the wing, and the wing is going to collapse up on, is going to go straight up on this hinge, and it's going to stop, and then it's going to go completely forward. And there's a tab here that's going to go into that slot. On the back, kind of clips in a little bit, nice and secure like. And the hands, you're going to want to take these panels if they haven't moved already. You're going to want to take the panels, flip them up, rotate the finger cannon things, and on the back of his arm, this here is just going to rest inside this faux looking peg there. It's just all going to fold in and collapse nicely. And just make sure this whole thing is done again, and do it all again on the other side. Rotate around, clip on the cuffling, make sure everything's all straightened out. And there you go. And there you have Studio Series Voyager class Studio Series 86 Hot Rod in his robot mode. And I have to say, they did a really good job. Hold on, I gotta make sure we can see the figure. Sorry about that. And there you have Deluxe class or Voyager class Studio Series Hot Rod in his robot mode. Now, you'll notice one thing about this dude, and that is that his hands do open. And that is for a pose that I will show you guys later. So, to continue off of this, what we're going to do is, this character has some pretty cool detailing. Let's start with the first one. He has his blue little visor helmet. You pop that open, and you kind of... It's very hard for me to do this, but there. Mine's extremely tight. All my stuff on this guy is extremely, extremely tight. But you can close that down, and he'll have the blue visor. And he does come with those guns. So close these up. Kind of finagle all this in there. Ooh, I don't like that sound. Okay. That in his hand. This is weird. You have to open a figure's hand to put the gun inside it and then close the hands. But then you can do this, and he's got all that cool stuff. I'm going to leave the visor down because I have other things to show you with it. He can hold the guns. Oh, and the guns do, they both do take the blast effects parts. Just to let you know. I'm pretty sure you all knew that, though. Let's get that gun out here. And what you can do with Hot Rod is, and this is something really interesting. They didn't have to do this, but they did. You can actually, this will show it. Yeah. Okay, so if you push the hand, or push this down, you can then, if done correctly, you can rotate this. It'll fill in that gap there. Kind of close that back up. And then this peg will allow you to peg on the pizza cutter. Yeah, right there. See? Now he's got the pizza cutter. But however, we're just gonna put his regular hands back. Put that up. There we go. Do that, and on the I'm gonna say this is the right hand. On the right hand here, if you do the same thing, pull down on that, you can rotate his hand in, and he has his little soldering torch thingy when he fixed the cup in the thing, in the ocean, or wherever the heck they were. I never really knew where they went in the movie, but still, but yeah. Or he was on the bank when he did that, but still. So, the next thing to talk about, and the final thing to talk about, is the Matrix of Leadership. Now, I liked that they had Optimus Prime doing this instead, but with Hot Rod, I suppose I'll do my best. But what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take the Matrix with the hole side, like the hole on the back side here, or this hole on the back side. You're gonna pretty much have it you're gonna want it facing Hot Rod. So then you can take his hands, have one hand there, have another hand here. You can do that. Hold it like that. And this is where the effects part come in. And it pretty much just two pieces here and here. And they're going to go right through the slots of the matrix right there. Whilst it's in his hand. Not the most secure connection in the world, but still. And that's the effect they were going for. Ugh. More work than it really needs to be. But still. I will never display him like that, ever. I will never display him with all of these accessories. Ugh. And I'm going to close the visor. Ugh. Close the back up. There we go. Push that in. Now for some comparisons. So for one comparison, here he is with my last Studio Series Hot Rod review. Here he is with World War II Hot Rod, and like I said in the video, this figure can't stand for anything. Here we go. Voila. Take that, dude. Here he is with a more stable character. Here he is with Dino. Everybody's standing there like, those are all deluxe classes. What about a Voyager? Right? You want a more modern Voyager? Yeah, he towers over Hot Rod. This is Siege Starscream for those who don't know, but still, this is a modern Voyager. I use this as a scale. This guy is more like a Human Alliance size. Actually, not even Human Alliance. Like, I don't even want to call it that. I don't know what class there was between Deluxe and Voyager, but whatever class that is, and it's slightly bigger than a Deluxe, but smaller than a Voyager. I mean, this is like the definition of that. And like I said, the biggest reason being that this guy is so priced out the way he is because of all of his accessories. I don't like it when a figure comes with too many accessories. I mean, I really don't. Okay, the effects part's cool, fantastic. That's great. But wouldn't you rather sell the effects parts and the Matrix separate? Because then this whole thing here could then be classified as a deluxe, and you could sell this with like either Kingdom Prime or Earthrise. No, not Earthrise Prime. That's too early. But you could have done something different with all of this. And I know this Matrix here is the same Matrix that does come with Kingdom and Earthrise Prime, but I mean, seriously, this is kind of ridiculous. Like, this many accessories? I just can't get over that. It's just, personally, it's too many. It's too many accessories. The 3 here, fantastic. Visor, bonus. But this wasn't necessary. And I know a lot of people are going to complain, like, oh yeah, but that's Hot Rod. He's got to turn into Rodimus Prime. That's why you got to get the Kingdom one. Well, newsflash, I got the Power of the Primes one, and I liked that one way better. So, anyways, bottom line, do I recommend this figure? Absolutely. Do I recommend it at a Voyager class price? No. I paid $28 for this. Your typical Voyager class is about $32. And where I purchased this, I purchased it on sale, and it was pretty nice. I got it for pretty much the price of a typical deluxe class at the store I purchased it from. So, but anyhow, do I recommend this figure? Absolutely. I recommend the figure. I recommend all of it. I think it's really cool. I think it's kind of like a miniature masterpiece, but I mean, there's nothing I can say because I don't have the actual masterpiece one. But anyhow, this is Thomas Phantom 1 saying, don't forget to subscribe for more content. Don't forget to subscribe to iStar552, Take Along Productions, Bravely GG, and those guys, because I know those guys work on some pretty hardcore stuff. Anyhow, and don't forget to subscribe to, don't forget to hit subscribe to me. Don't forget about that. Let's not forget about that. But anyhow, this is Thomas Phantom 1 saying, don't forget to keep playing with them not trains. This is Thomas Phantom 1 saying, don't forget to keep playing with your toys. Goodbye.